When you run the debit balance, check after the payment proposal run. The system automatically blocks all the debit balances not included in the actual payment run. After you create the payment run, accounting clerks will edit it. You can assign an accounting clerk to a customer or vendor by entering the clerk's key in the customer or vendor master data. When editing the payment proposal, you can enter the key of a specific clerk. This will filter the screen to show only the customer or vendor payments assigned to the clerk. The first screen in the editing transaction shows proposed list of all the payments. By double-clicking a payment, you can perform the following tasks. Display a list of all the open items due for payment. Change the payment block and cash discount for each line item. Assign the item to a different pre-existing payment. Create a new payment by choosing a payment method and a house bank. After editing and saving the payment proposal, you schedule the payment run to process the payments in the proposal list. This edited payment proposal data is used as a basis for the payment run. There have been no postings up to this point. The documents included in this payment run were locked against any postings. Any invoice eligible to be paid in the current payment run is blocked for manual payment or payment in a different payment run. In the payment run, payment documents are created, open items are cleared, and postings are made to the general and sub-ledgers. The payment program automatically posts payments and related postings such as postings for taxes, discounts, and exchange rate differences. You can use separate bank sub-accounts to post incoming and outgoing payments such as outgoing checks, outgoing transfers, incoming checks, and transfers received. The following are the advantages of using sub-accounts. You can reconcile the bank account balance with the corresponding GL account at any time. The sub-accounts contain all incoming and outgoing payments until the money is actually debited from or credited to the bank account at the value date. The item is then transferred from the sub-account to the bank account. The postings at the bank are usually entered using the manual or electronic bank account statement. The bank sub-accounts must be assigned to the payment methods when the bank selection settings are configured. You can differentiate between bank sub-accounts by specifying a house bank and currency. Sub-accounts are generally managed on an open item basis.
The payment method settings for each country define the document type used for payment documents. For cross-company code payments, you are required to use another document type for the clearing postings and define both document types using internal number assignment. Settings for the payment documents include the following. Documents from the payment run contain the date and identification number. For example, 2012-0630 AC ## of the run in the document header text. The system calculates the values of the clearing document by adding the number of days until the value date of the posting date. If no entry is made, the system uses the posting date as the value date. The number of days until the value date depends on the payment method, bank account, currency, and the account limit. To calculate the value date of check payments, you enter a check cashing item in the master data. This takes priority over the days to value date for checks. If payments are made for individual business areas, the bank posting is made for the business area to which the paid items belong. If payments are not made for a specific business area, you can specify the business area for the bank postings. In all other cases, the postings to the bank sub-accounts are carried out without reference to business areas. The print run starts the print programs which do the following: transfer the payment media, the payment advice notes, and the payment summary to the print administration. Transfer the DME payment data to the DME administration. Create intermediate documents for the selected payments which can be forwarded to the EDI subsystem.
The PMW is used to create payment media. The user is provided with a generic payment medium program for all payment medium formats whose variants are to be entered in customizing. The user can create the structure of the note to payee and choose different notes to payee according to their origin, such as vendors, customers, personnel, travel expenses, treasury, online payments, and so on. Developers, consultants, and system administrators have simple tools to change delivered formats without modification or setting up new formats. The PMW is integrated with well-known development tools like Data Dictionary, Function Builder, and so on, and the new Data Medium Exchange or DME engine, which enables the PMW to function like a workbench. After the payment media is created, the individual payment methods are processed and the following programs are launched. The assigned RFFO program starts with the variance defined in the payment run in one of the standard payment methods. Then, the program generates the payment media and the advice notes. The new PMW programs are launched using the new PMW payment method. Previously, payment media formats were programmed using approximately 60 standard payment media print programs that start with RFFO. In the PMW, however, these formats are defined outside the payment media program. Until now, payment advice notes were also created using the RFFO programs. In the payment medium workbench, payment advice notes are created using the new program RFFOAVIS underscore FPAYM.
When the system creates the payment media with a PMW payment method, it launches the program SAPF PAYM underscore schedule. That program carries out a pre-service process. The pre-service process includes the following steps. The system sorts the payments according to the PMW format and other format-specific fields. The system creates payment groups based on the level of granularity. One payment medium file is usually created for each group. The system generates the note to the payee. The payment program SAPF PAYM and Advice Note Program RFFOAVIS underscore FPAYM are launched based on the data generated by the payment program. The program SAPF PAYM generates the payment media for the PMW payment methods, the accompanying sheets for the payment media, an error log, and the payment summary. The program RFFOAVIS underscore FPAYM generates all the required advice notes and the zero balance notices. A payment medium format contains various fields filled with content from your SAP system.
The DME engine enables you to define file formats that meet your bank's requirements for data medium exchange. This is particularly important because no international or regional standards are defined. Some countries do not have their own domestic standards, which means the file has to follow the bank's standards. The DME engine lets you define new formats and change existing formats flexibly and easily without requiring any ABAP programming knowledge. By defining the granularity, the payment medium format specifies the definition of the payment medium and determines how the payment media will be output separately in payment groups. A payment group usually corresponds to one payment file. For example, if the company code and the house bank are selected as the level of granularity, the system creates a payment group for each company code and house bank combination. You have to define at least one selection variant in the generic payment medium program SAP FPAYM for each payment group. The system processes the payment medium program with all the defined variants. The granularity can be redefined but not reduced for the PMW formats shipped with the system. The reason for this is that the granularity SAP ships is based on the format requirements usually specified by the banks. The system always assigns a PMW format to a PMW payment method and a content template for the note to the payee. Every PMW format has three types of text fields for reference information. Type 1, invoice information, that is, classic note to the payee. Type 2, internal reference, in case the payment media is returned. Type 3, external reference for the business partner. The contents of the note to the payee are defined in a content template that is independent of the format, either in customizing or using a function module. In customizing, you can define the contents on a language-specific basis to ensure your business partners always receive the text in their own language. The content template supplies information to the reference fields when the system creates the payment medium.
In an automatic payment run, you can complete the payment process automatically. The program used to automate the payment program is RFF110S. The characteristics of the payment program RFF110S are as follows. You can use the program to schedule the payment program SAP F110S in the background. The selection screen for this program essentially features the same parameters as the screen for the program in transaction F110. Enter the parameters on the selection screen and save them as a variant. After you define the variant, schedule the program RFF110S to run the payment periodically. You have to use selection variables to automatically change the time data to the periodic run date. The program RFF110S can automatically run 4 additional programs consecutively.